Hello, everyone. Welcome to the YouTube, the live stream, excuse me. Today, we're going to start talking about um, team building. Today's topic is going to be on team building. And I want you to know um, that I thank you for your attention. Your attention is the most valuable spiritual asset, and it's part of what is included in building your team. And I know when I hear anything about building a team, I think it kind of feels like elementary school, like um, the my fourth or fifth grade teachers trying to teach me how to play nice and how to be friendly, how to, wait my turn to talk. But team building actually has spiritual roots. Team building is part of how you serve better or serve worse. Um, like I think everybody automatically knows we like God designed women for men and man for women. We're supposed to be together. And I understand many of you don't like people. I understand many of you don't like, like you have unhealed trauma, so you say that you're an introvert because it feels better. And I want to caution you to fight that demon. Okay, the demon of called Belphegor, the demon of sloth, um, and this this demon of sloth, or the sin of sloth ruled by Belphegor, he definitely will make you feel or chase the feeling of comfort. So you need to you need to take seriously your ability to solve problems. If you cannot solve problems, big or small, you will not be able to exist in a team, whether it be a marriage with your wife or a husband, whether it be your dad, your mom, your coworker, your employees, um, team, like you won't be able to exist in a team. Or if you can't solve problems, you will be part of somebody else's solution, meaning they will tell you what to do forever, and you will be part of their solution and their problem because they've learned how to solve problems. Oftentimes, this is what happens. We don't know how to solve problems, so we cower. We go to the thing that feels easy, and this thing that feels easy it's very welcoming. And mm, so sitting down right now, did you know that you could hold your breath probably for about 45 seconds? Did you know that? Like for about 45 seconds straight, you could hold your breath. Some of you, or probably a good portion of you, could hold your breath over a minute. And it starts to get uncomfortable. Like you want to open your mouth and gasp for air at around 30 seconds. I say at around 30 seconds, you want to, gasp for air. And what ends up happening is as soon as you say no to the temptation, as soon as you say no to temptation, this is the moment pain enters. The moment you say no, I'm going to connect to people. I'm going to say hi to people. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to make this meeting. I'm going to, read the book. I'm going to write my book. I'm going to do that. This is when pain enters. So when you're building a team, pain will exist. Why does pain exist on a team? Well, because you have your purpose in life. You are like uniquely designed. You you have a wonderful air about you. You're meant to serve people in a particular way. Your niche is only for you. You're the only person in the whole world that has your niche. And as soon as you discover that, you have a sense of vibrato. Like, you know, this is what you are. This is your legacy. This is what it is. But when you combine your legacy with somebody else who understands their legacy, conflict happens, friction happens. So now we are in the midst of a team. Um, the follower and the leader and the follower. This is something many people, many people are having issues with um, comprehending, because the first friction point of any team is compromise. Compromise must be the first friction point, the first point of agreement. Why? Because, well, we have to look at the word. What is compromise? What does it mean to compromise? Compromise, it means to jointly promise, to promise together. And forgive me, I cut my finger cooking last night. But compromise, it means a co-promise. Co means both, okay? Both together. Promise, to promise together. So if you and I were business partners, or let's just say you and I are friends, just friends, and I'm like, hey, I want to go to the beach this Friday, and you're like, hey, I want to go bowling this Friday. We have to come to a compromise. So, like, we have to promise together. And when two people full of purpose come together, compromise is mandatory. And when you say no temporarily to your purpose, pain also enters. Okay? Not pain, excuse me. Not pain. It's a yes, it is pain. That would be pain. That would be pain. Your team depends on your ability to compromise. And immediately after the compromise, what's next? Cooperation. You need to be able to operate together. Co-op. Cooperate means to remember, together or both. Operate, to cooperate, operate together. And if you cannot make a promise together, okay, to go to the place together at this time in this uniform, if you can't, operate together, hey, can you hand me the box? Hey, pass me the lotion, pass me the water, pass me my bowling shoes, pass me the beach towel, whatever. You won't be able to have a team. And every one of us knows that teams are biblical. Okay. Teams are spiritual. Teams are built into the fabric of existence. Like it's a law, the law of duality. If there's a man, there has to be a woman. If there's a left, there has to be a right. If there's light, there has to be darkness. If there's happy, there has to be sad. And this is unique. Okay. When you are in a team, outside of just existing together and biting your tongue and not trying to curse somebody out. um how are you, like, do you know how to identify what position you're currently in? Are you in the leadership position? Are you in the fellowship position? You might not understand what position you are because you might be the man, and you might think you always have to be in the following in the leader position. Or you as the woman, you might think that you always have to be in the following position. Now, I just I just completed my course. Okay, my full imagination, mastering your mind imagination course. In it, there's a small portion that I teach you guys how to be a leader. Um, and it's very simple. It really does not take much to do. And oftentimes, you women think that you are following, but oftentimes, being the leader is the person who speaks first, the person who asks a question first, the person who compliments first, the person who suggests first, the person who says good morning first. Because in the beginning was the word. In the beginning was the word. The beginning. So when you want to begin something, you have to lead first. And oftentimes you lead with a word. Like, oh, I love that shirt on you, Kyle. I love that hat on you, Kyle. And I'm like, oh, thank you. How are you? Right? You led the conversation. And I think more women understand this deeply. And a lot of men don't. And a lot of men think that leading is simply like being a meat shield, being willing to sacrifice your body and, pay the bills. And you think that's leadership. That's being a simp. Oops, did I say something? That's being a simp. Leading is words first. In the beginning was the word. So you've got to ask questions. And remember, it's all biblical. It's all scripture. Okay, it's law. In the beginning was the word. So when you have lost control, whoever you are, whenever you have lost control, you should know that to gain control back, to step back in the role of a leader, here's what you do. You have to ask questions about their process. And there's a word for this. It's called to verify. Okay? Actually, the word control means to verify. So, and I sincerely think most women understand this. This is why you get nagged at home with all the questions. Huh? All right. So, if somebody can ask questions about you to verify what you're doing, how you're doing it, why you're doing it, when you're going to do it, they then can poke holes in your mind. They then can poke holes in your logic. They then can poke holes in your process or your progress forward. This is uniquely important to everybody here. So if you don't want to be controlled, stop answering questions. Stop answering questions. You got to stop answering questions. If you want to be in the lead, stop answering questions. If you're the person running the show, stop answering questions. Just give out orders. But a team, let's get back to it. Okay? Team. That a team has I guess, the leader and the follower. But who should you choose as your following? If you're the leader, who should you choose? Well, nobody, because the leader doesn't follow. Or, excuse me, the leader does not decide on who follows him or her. Okay? The the leader, oh, like only in a dictatorship does a leader get the authority to command or demand the following. So even out in the wild, um, like if the male lion wants to mate with the female lion, I've seen where female lions say no and they run. Now they have a decision. If they don't, of course there might be consequences. And that's wilderness instinctual stuff. But the following is the one that dictates the leader. Okay, followers always are the ones that decide on who is leading them. It's true. It's true. And when you understand that, then you will understand the power of provision. Then you will understand the power of provision. And a lot of United States social friction that we have is in this thing of provision from the leader to the follower. We don't know what provision is. How do you know the word if you don't know the word? Provision, it means to supply the needs of. It's when you are supplying the needs of something. Provision, to provide, to supply the needs of. When you understand that provision is not giving, you do not give when you are providing. You simply supply the needs of. That's the definition. So when people start yapping about, a man needs to be a good provider, turn around and ask, did your last man supply the needs, your needs, not what you want? Most often they'll say, yeah, but he didn't make me feel good. He didn't make me feel seen. Well, provision was there. Okay? Be careful what you ask for. Now, there are many examples of teams in the Bible, teams in real life. Okay? But I want to let you know your attention is the most valuable spiritual asset, and I'm dog walking you, okay? And don't take that offensively. I love dogs. I have 2 of them. So anyway, your attention is the most valuable asset spiritually. Why? Because your attention is what all of your spiritual warfare is about. 100% is about your attention. Have you noticed the spiritual warfare that you're in right now, whether it be pornography, whether it be overeating, whether it be about self-worth, whether it be about, if you're gonna start your business or not, if your business is gonna do the numbers that you projected this month or this quarter, whatever spiritual warfare you are going through, it's all about your attention. Demons do not attack your money. They attack your attention. Demons do not attack your family. They attack your attention. If a demon can get you to pay attention to the image that they present of you hating being a single mom, then you will be the worst single mom out there, and you will grow cancer in your body. If you accept the truth that when a demon presents that you are that you hate being a single father, you will be the worst single father, and you will grow cancer in your body. If you accept the image that a demon presents to you, that I'm never going to get ahead, I'm always going to be working a 9 to 5 job, just barely making it, not good enough, then you will, like, that's what the spiritual warfare is about. Why? Because what you pay attention to, you get in return. This is why attention is currency. I teach this, okay? What you pay attention to, it will return. And what you pay attention to as a team multiplies the effect, okay? What you pay attention to in your team multiplies the effect, okay? Be fruitful and multiply. So that not only was God's first command to us, but that is a law. It's like a law. It is, okay? So let's just say, and it works for good or bad. It's not just good, okay? But let's say, and sidebar, good doesn't necessarily feel good. Okay, good doesn't necessarily feel good. Good just means that it's productive. It's progressively productive. So when God said, "Let there be light," and He saw that the light was good, and He called the light day. Okay, He did not say that, and the light felt good. It's good because you could see things, you could work, like you could build, you can plant, you can, frolic, you can praise Him, like all this stuff. So anyway, back on track. When you have your attention in a team on one thing, you multiply the effect. Products get pushed out faster. You're, if you're a husband and a wife and you both work, you can take your vacation sooner or take a longer vacation because you have more money to put in the pot. So like, number one, this is why the Bible says explicitly that to not gossip. Gossiping is a sin. You've missed the mark when you are placing a curse with somebody else against somebody else. That's exactly what gossiping is. You are supercharging your curse or your hate for somebody else. That's what gossiping is. You're standing with somebody else. You're saying, "Oh, look at Kyle. He's bald and he has gray in his beard. Oh my God, look at him. He thinks he's old and whatever. Look at him, girl." Or look at this dude. All he talks is about spiritual stuff. Oh my gosh, You're placing a curse on me. Did you know that? With somebody else. That's supercharging. Like you have teamed up with somebody else who's working with a demon. Teams are not always good. Sometimes they're bad. But if you have an idea, okay, if you have an idea to, go visit the homeless this Saturday or, this weekend or whatever, you're going to go visit the homeless. And what ends up happening is you ask your sister or your brother to come and, visit the homeless. What ends up happening is you're supercharging your blessing on somebody else. Okay, you're supercharging your blessing on someone else. And what you need to know is that teams occur on contact. Okay, you create a team as soon as you are in communion with another human being. Okay, your team Okay. Actually, the word team, it means village. It means family. It means pride. Uh, uh, excuse me. Not pride. Village, team. Okay. Family, lineage. Um, and as soon as you are in communion, right? Do you know what the word communication means? Communicate, it means to make information common. Okay. Um, I'm sure you can understand what the word communion means. Communion, it means participation in something. Okay. That which is common to all. Okay. Participation in something. That which is common to all. So when you are going to the grocery store, guess what? You are in communion with them. You are participating with in something that is common to all. That's communion. Okay. When you are in church, that's communion. When you are in the club, at the bar, that's communion. Demonic communion. Okay. Um, Contact creates communion. Contact creates communion. Contact creates your team. It establishes the team that you're in. So we've all heard the phrase, birds of the same feather flock together, something like that, right? Crabs in a barrel, birds, like those two phrases, okay, two separate phrases. Your If you notice, okay, if you notice the people you continue to run into, they, yes, they have their own life, their own way of seeing existence, like they're living in their own world, but they all have similarities. If you notice, okay, recently, pay attention to the people that you come in contact with. They all have some type of similarity. Either they're all complaining, they're all full of joy, they're they're all uh you know trying to get money out of you. They're all just venting, empty nesters trying to siphon your energy, trying to see what they can get out of you. Like the people you come in contact have similarities. These similarities are only a mirror of you. Okay? These similarities are only a mirror of who you are. It took me a long time to understand this. And in my course, I'm teaching this. Like, there are 7 levels of prayer. Okay, 7 levels of prayer. And you exist on one of the 7 levels. Prayer is not always intentional. Yes, you can get on your knees and talk to God intentionally, like before we eat. Some people, pray, dear Lord, thank you for the food, bless the hands that prepared it, all that good stuff. Some people pray before they go to bed. God, please, thank you for today. Thank you for getting me through today. Thank you for my family. Protect me while I sleep, right? So people might pray before they go on stage and give a brief. God, please be with me. Fill me with the Holy Ghost. Make me strong up here in front of these thousands of people, right? So prayer can be intentional, but prayer is always on. Prayer is always on. You do not leave the process of prayer, okay? Your pastors have not taught you this. Maybe they don't know. Your parents have not taught you this. Maybe they don't know. Your friends have not taught you this. Your deacons, your prophets have not taught you this. Your wise men, you've not learned this before. 7 levels of prayer, meaning each level of prayer Think of it like an abundant and infinite, ever expanding surface of garden soil. Okay. And, um, and your, hmm, each layer, okay, each layer, um, will grow things. It will produce fruit. Okay. Each layer will produce fruit. And the fruit, depends on the soil. Okay. So, for example, the lowest level of prayer, the lowest layer of prayer, okay, the lowest layer of prayer is um is called ignorance. Okay. And you have mindset, a thing called mindset, but then you have a thing called prayer. Mindset exists, um, for a particular thing. So when you hear black men, the first feeling and image that comes in your mind, that's your mindset on them, whether you voice it or not. Okay. White women, the first image and feeling that you get for that is what your mindset is. Watermelon, business owners, rich people, poor people, Indian people, whatever it is, like education, politicians. So that's mindset. Prayer level is, um uh where it's like where spirits exist. Okay. And each different level has a different type of access to the spirit world. The higher the level, the higher or the closer to God you get. The lower the level, the closer to the devil you get. Okay. And if you want to learn more about this, get my ebook, A Piece Called Love. Okay. It's linked in my bio. It's in, the show notes if you're here on YouTube. But I want you to know that, let's say we are on the lowest level of prayer, which is called ignorance. Okay. The lowest level of prayer, which is called ignorance. On this level, we are presented with images from lots of demons that tell us that we are always right. Okay. If they don't think like I do, they're evil. Okay. If they don't do as I do, they're evil. Strange is demonic. Okay. Different is evil. It's straight wicked. It's ugh, right? This is where Jezebel walks around. This is where the narcissists walk around. This is where the arrogant people walk around. This is where Leviathan walks around. Okay. Prideful, arrogant people who are always right, cannot be corrected, man or woman. Okay. When you are on this prayer level, okay, this bottom level called ignorance, you can only see things produced by that fruit or by that soil. Okay. You can only see fruit produced by that soil. You will not be able to see things that are produced by on the soil called celebration, joy, or bliss. Meditation, no. And a good example is if you are here on ignorance, just think about the type of music you listen to. Probably that low bass, boom, 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 boom. That low vibration, shoot 'em in the head. You know, that will make that's evidence of what level you might be on. Another type of thing is if you are on that prayer level and you want to put a song that's more high beat, more encouraging, more heartfelt, more loving, you will like that song by Pharrell. I'm so happy, clap along if you feel like it. Right? That song. If you play that song, it won't resonate with you. Okay? It will not resonate with you. But if you are on a higher prayer level, that song will resonate with you. And lower vibrational songs, I just lost my dog, the country songs and stuff, uh, they won't resonate with you. Okay. So why am I saying this? Okay. Because the teams or the people that you come in contact with, you create your team. And they reinforce what you are because that's all you can see. That's all you can see. Okay? That's all you can see. And when a person who is on a higher prayer level and a person who is on a lower prayer level, let's say they are walking side by side, brother and sister, okay? Brother and sister. They love each other. They're not mad at each other. Let's say they're going to get some coffee and a sandwich, okay? They walk past a homeless person sitting on the floor with a cardboard sign. The brother, let's say the brother is on the lowest prayer level called ignorance. The sister is on the highest prayer level called bliss. Okay. What ends up happening, they're looking at the same human being. They're looking at the same human being, the homeless person. One has a mindset, or one can only see that he just needs to get a job. He needs to get off his lazy butt and he needs to do better for himself. The other person is like, there's a lot more of you and it looks like you have a mental illness. I'm not going to give you money because it's not going to cure you. It's not even going to help you. It's going to support you. But I will create a program, sell it to the city, and now all homelessness is eradicated. And I solved your problem. I solved problems for generations to come. That's the difference. Prayer level, okay? So switching prayer levels is important. And I cannot get into it. I cannot get into how to shift prayer levels. This is what you need to do. Well, excuse me. The answer is simple. It's not easy. Change your prayer level in order to see the fruit that God has given you. Okay? I'm going to do an exercise with you live right now. Is that okay? Is that okay with you guys? I'm going to do an exercise with you. And all of this is in my imagination course, and it's the most powerful thing I've built. It took me almost a decade to build this thing. I sincerely want you to enroll in it. So, all right. The exercise. If you can, I want you to close your eyes. If you're driving, if you're doing something dangerous, keep your eyes open. But lend me your imagination. If you can, close your eyes. Now, I want you to bring up the image in your mind of a $20 bill. Just the $20 bill. That's the only thing that you have in your mind. Nothing else. No color, nothing. It's just that $20 bill. Okay, great. Now, I want you to place this $20 bill that's in your mind in a raging bonfire. Just put it right in the middle. You see the flames surrounding it. You feel the heat of the fire. You see the $20 bill slowly burn up. You should feel something from the image that we just created. Next, pull that $20 bill out. Let's get a brand new, fresh, crisp $20 bill. Next, put this $20 bill, the same $20 bill, and put it in the mouth of a hungry lion that's standing just 5 feet in front of you. A hungry, wild lion. The $20 bill that's in your mind, put it in the mouth of a lion and just snapshot that image and stare at it. You should feel something. Okay, next, place this next $20 bill. It's a crisp $20 bill. Put it on a table with lots of food around it. Okay, lots of good smelling food. You have your favorite foods there, your favorite people. Okay, and if like the people, your favorite people may be, dead now, but just say in your imagination, your favorite folks are there. Everybody loves you. Everybody's friendly. Everybody's joyous. Everybody's celebrating you. And here's that same $20 bill. It's daytime. Dogs are running outside. The neighbors' kids are riding their bikes and are on their skateboard. It's lovely. Okay, you should feel something. Snapshot this image. Okay, great. Now, what we did is change perception. The exercise is over. So this is called changing your perception. Changing your perception is how you change prayer levels. That's only one lesson in the course. Okay? If you are able to change your prayer level, you are then able to see other people that are on the same level as you. When they say you're not on my level, that's what they're talking about. They didn't know. They did not know that's what they're talking about. This is not manifestation. Everybody, this is not manifestation. Manifest, it means to reveal. So on every level, you manifest. At the bottom level, you manifest. And in my course, I talk about that. So even on the lowest level of prayer, greed is a low level of prayer, but ignorance, you manifest things. So when you manifest, it's like you're discovering things that the soil already has for you. So if you can only see things out of ignorance, okay, the soil will continue to grow things that are ignorant. And once you come in contact with those, that's called manifestation. We need to get out of this thing that we associate manifestation with pleasing things, like things that feel good to us. No, manifestation is just, what are you revealing? What new is coming into your life? Manifest, to reveal. So the level of prayer that you are on also will attract the same type of teams or team members. Okay, your same villagers. Okay, remember team, it means village. So when you see the same person coming over and over to you, complaining, wasting your time in the store, and they do it all the time. One day it's an old person, next day it's a teenager, next day it's a single mom, next day it's a pastor, next day it's a business owner, and all they want to do is just come to you and vent. They're only mirroring what you are. It's because you lack regulation with your lips. You don't regulate what you say. Okay? Meaning you exist on a type of prayer level that allows that type of fruit to grow. All right. So building your team is spiritual. It's always been spiritual. It's biblical too. Okay. Um, Many times, or in the Bible, it says like it's better for two to be together because it produces more. It's that's how you multiply things. Like I have an assistant. I multiply things exponentially because of her. She thinks, oh, I'm just doing this. It's just little old me, and I know from up top, I know it helps. If you have a business, like if you are a business owner, um, and you are an operator in the business, hiring a manager is crucial. Okay, it's crucial to hire a manager. They will hire employees, and then slowly but surely, you won't be an operator. You'll just be an owner. That is going to be so marvelous for you. Okay, building a team, it's something that you need to understand is vital, and something that you need to understand that it happens whether you know it or not. When you come in contact, a new family member enters. Why? Because contact transforms. Whenever you make contact, it transforms you in a way. I mean it. Every time you come in contact with a black man, it transforms you. It at least transforms your mindset on black men, whether they're nice or not, whether they're rude or not, whether they're deadbeats or not. Every time you come in contact with a white man, same thing. It transforms you, whether it be online, in person, in business, romantically, sexually. You're transformed by contact. They will forever resonate in the halls of your mind. They will forever resonate inside of your mind. Okay? And if you can use your words effectively, you then will leave your legacy. Okay? That's how legacy actually is passed. Your words, your spirit. Did you know that the word spirit, it means breath? Then what are words? Words are a unique technology that humans have developed. We didn't create it. God created it. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. So we didn't create words, but we did definitely develop them. So intentionally deciding on your team, whether it be, oh, wait, excuse me, I need to say this. Because so many people don't like their family. They don't like their dad. They don't like their mom. Maybe their dad wasn't there. Maybe their mom wasn't there. Maybe both weren't there, right? I was adopted, and my real mom was not there for her own reasons. My real dad was not there for his own reasons. But does anybody know? Does anybody know what the fifth commandment that God gave us? God's first promise to human beings. Fifth commandment. Does anybody know it off the top of their head? Put it in the comments, please, quickly. God's fifth commandment. Oh, nobody knows it. Nobody knows it. Oh, God sees you. Honor the mother and father. There you go. Yes. And if you do, guess what? If you do, your days will be better. Okay? So, feelings, when sometimes feelings cannot remove your team. How you feel about a person sometimes does not have the ability to remove a team member or bring in a new team member. The woman who adopted me, I always call her my adopted mom. She's not my mom. She can never be my mom. But she loved me like a son, and I love her like a mom. But she can never be my mom. Your dad, if he was not there, or if you, even if you have a stepdad, he cannot be your dad. He can just be your stepdad, and you can really love him, and he can really love you. Okay? Take this to the day you die. Take this to the day you die. Your feelings do not rule you. Emotions are not your master. Emotions are not your master. Some members of your team cannot be removed. Okay? So, when you try to replace a member of your team and then voice, well, you're my dad, even though he's your stepdad, or you're my mom, even though she's your stepmom. You went against God's fifth commandment. You literally went against what God commanded you to do. Don't do that. Don't let feelings rule you and then run you right into sin. I know this is going to be tough for some people. Now, God did not say you have to like your mom and your dad. Nowhere in the Bible does it say you have to like your mom and dad. You have to honor them, meaning acknowledge their true position. That's it. I have a sister that I do not like. She's still my sister. She'll always be my sister. I don't talk to her. She don't talk to me. Right? I have so many cousins in Alabama. So many cousins and family in Detroit. I don't talk to any of them. Okay? Feelings are not your masters. Emotions do not rule you. They're not your compass. They're not supposed to direct you which way to go, how to navigate, who to talk to. Okay? When God said anything in the Bible that God said was good, he never said, and this is pleasing. This feels good. This is fun. Good does not mean fun. Good in the sense of when God said it's good, it means that it's productive. Okay? It allows creation to continue. So your team sometimes cannot be taken away. Don't go against what God said. Okay? Many people think that their life will be good if they dishonor their father and mother. You're putting your curse on yourself that you don't even understand. Okay? So, with that being said, if there are people that you cannot take out, there are people that you can intentionally bring in and intentionally bring out. But there are only, and I'm going to say this humbly, guys, okay? There are only about 5 people, or 5%, excuse me, I had a hiccup. There are only about 5% of human beings alive that can that only have the ability to make a decision. 5% of human beings, only 5%. The rest of the 95% cannot make decisions. All they can do is choose. And there's a difference between choosing and making a decision. Okay? Choosing and making a decision. Okay? Your choose, it means just to pick between, okay? A, B, or C. Okay? A, B, C, D, E. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lane 1, lane 2, lane 3, lane 4. Okay? A choice is not permanent. You can buy the car and then you can return it. Okay? If it doesn't go as fast as you like, or the color's off, or something breaks, you can take it back. Okay? That's a choice. Your ability to decide, okay? Your ability to decide, it means to cut off, okay? Decisions are pruning your tree, okay? When you decide, you're pruning the tree. So when you decide to bring somebody in your team as your friend, as your employee, as your your employer, as your assistant, as your partner, as your husband, as your wife, there's no other option. At that point, there's no other option. Okay? But so many people don't know how to decide. And primarily, it's because you have lied to yourself for your whole life. And now you have a difficult time making any permanent decision. Because if you can't trust yourself, how can you trust another human being? You don't know what they think. You don't know how they think. You don't know if they are, here trying to be friendly only so that they can ruin you and steal your business and steal your wife or steal your husband. Okay. Many people don't have teams that they've built. Many people only have teams that were built for them. Okay? Learning to trust yourself can be as simple as creating small steps, small goals, and celebrating those wins. For example, it's going to feel like I'm talking to you like I'm talking to a 2-year-old, but you can put on your calendar, brush my teeth in the morning. As soon as you are complete with that, you say, thank you, God. Thank you, God, for guiding me through this. Celebration, right? The next is, eat breakfast. Let's say you normally don't eat breakfast. Eat breakfast. After you're done eating breakfast, thank you, God, for providing this to me. That's a win. You're training your brain to recognize and gain momentum. Okay? Momentum is what you need. Momentum. Gain that momentum back so that you can understand the feeling of what it means to make a decision. Because decision making is scary. Deep down, it's scary. Because what if you prune your tree and you cut the wrong branch off? It's the only branch that has fruit on it. And now your tree can't grow into more trees. It's scary. But luckily, you are a tree. So all branches can grow fruit. Anyway, I think this will conclude today's live stream. But I want to let everybody know that I did, I have completed my, the course on mastering your mind. It is not a mindset course. It's a course on to get you to actually see from your mind instead of your eyeballs, so that you can see spiritually first. then physically second. When you see spiritually first, you'll make better decisions. You'll quickly see when somebody is possessed with Leviathan, Belphegor, Asmodeus, Jezebel, Delilah, Ahab, Mammon, Beelzebub, anything. You'll be able to see any demon by their patterns inside of them. It's the most powerful course that I've ever built. If you are a procrastinator, if you are being ruled by any of these demons that make you procrastinate, that's the course you need to go into. If you are suffering with lust, if you can't look at a woman and not think and not see her in many different positions, that's the course for you. If you are a business owner and all you can see is your business not growing, not expanding, that's the course for you. If you're a pastor, that's the course for you. If you're a politician, that's the course for you. It's the most powerful course that I've built. Next week, we will be talking about problem solving your problems. You need to know how to solve your problems. Big ones, small ones, the ones that are in teams, in your family. Solving your problems are the most critical skill that you need. Learning to solve problems will skyrocket you forever. So, with that being said, hopefully I'll see you next week. Love is the only way. And if you didn't know, now you know.